to the stream. Unfortunately, YouTube is currently... My YouTube channel has been suspended, unfortunately, but the show must go on, and hopefully we'll have this video up on it in time for next week for stuff, and...
Woo.
Only time will tell. For now...
Woo.
Rika, go ahead.
Yes! Hello once again. Welcome to Fists of Furry, our Friday night D&D campaign here. I am your Dungeon Master, Rika. Tonight's adventure is titled Pup Fiction, because puns are funs. That and I can feel.
I would appreciate if you'd keep the stream open, just for the sake of having views, but you don't need to listen to it if you don't want to.
Okay, let's see here.
Please mute yourself before saying stuff like that.
Sorry, I should probably mute.
Sorry, Rika.
Ouch, ouch, my feelings. Tell him I love him too!
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, so we just had a short rest and now we do stuff.
I do need to know the exact duration of that rest, if I may.
It would be 1 hour.
That's what I thought.
Thanks, Turlix, for the lovely burp.
Excuse me.
Anyways, yes. You had just gotten past the glowing rune that was on what appeared to be volcano glass, and the door had slid open. Beyond that was a hallway that ended in a rather sturdy-looking iron door, with doors on either side of the hallway.
Okay. How is it? Just two doors on either side, or does the hallway extend with further doors down?
There are 3 rooms on each side. It is a 10-foot wide hallway.
Ah, the 5-foot increments inherent to Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm assuming we want either the scouty types or the muscly high hit point types to go first.
That's up to you guys.
Scouty types to check for traps first.
Oh, right, that little aspect of my duties.
Mine too. Let's see, which one was it to check for traps again? Investigation?
I use, well, you can use investigation, perception, or in some cases I even allow for thievery.
There is no thievery.
Sleight of hand, whatever.
I'm going to use sleight of hand, please.
Well, usually sleight of hand is to,
That's why I said in some cases.
No, but it's in the same way that sometimes you can use stealth to find someone attempting to hide in a crowd in other games, so there is precedence. I will use investigation simply because I like it.
Okay.
As a thing to have.
And you rolled a nat.
And you set all of them off.
Oh boy!
You put your hand in it. And
Probably, yes.
You didn't have a hand anymore.
At the conclusion
I'm going to blame the bird.
At the conclusion of your investigation of this 10-foot wide hallway and its 6 rooms, you deduce that it was Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the candlestick. And nothing else.
Well, honestly, I'm not sure why I didn't use the knife. I mean, it was in the kitchen anyway. Except now the knife block was stolen by someone else previously. Now that makes sense. Yeah, I've got it. I've solved the mystery.
I just...
We're all just looking at him in complete and utter bewilderment.
There might...
Hold on. I have
some
a
explanation
wonderful
for this.
visual reference for what my face looks like.
While he's pulling that up, there is a perfectly rational explanation for all of this. You see, in the last episode, Zale hit himself with his own knife. That knife has previously had certain substances spread across it, and they have created a slight hallucinogenic effect.
I'm sorry. What did that have to do with the trap?
Apparently the trap was a board game set into the ground to distract those who cross the threshold.
Are you
Where is
high?
his reaction?
Did you not just hear his explanation? Yes, he is.
Oh god.
Oh,
Zale
okay.
is currently mildly tripping balls.
Oh, okay.
Mildly?
So I'm guessing he should have some sort of penalty to everything.
If
He
it was just
rolled a 1.
trace
Isn't
amount.
that penalty enough?
I mean, if he's currently high and tripping balls, like what's the
Don't
penalty for
tempt
being
them, because
high?
then they're gonna end up killing him, because he can't roll for himself.
That's the fucking point.
Should we get
Whoa.
a second opinion to counter my one?
All right, language.
Oh.
You know how hard it is to remember that when
Remember
you're
what?
trying to be you.
Okay, anybody else want to try?
Me. I wanna try.
Okay.
I'll let him do it.
What
Oh
are we-
my god!
my god! You are fucking with me
Tayto?
right now! That did not just happen!
Tayto? I don't know what
Elysian.
curse you put on all their dice.
Oh yeah, Shinji rolls a nat 20 at least. But with that second nat 1, it might validate the nat 20 depending on what happens. Let's find out.
Elysian, Zale goes off on his tangent about Colonel Mustard. You just nod along sagely, occasionally adding small bits of information. But what if they were to use the observatory entrance? That would give them access not only to the parlor where they found the candlestick, but also access to the kitchen where the murder was taking place. So it could have been Colonel Mustard. And you wind up having a rather in-depth conversation about this.
What is a Colonel Mustard? Is what Tato's saying. Like, is there a
No.
Shinzi,
Yes?
you begin your search when suddenly you stand straight up, stiff as a board, and your eyes get this 1,000-yard gaze into them. Through the veil of reality you search on your investigative trip. You feel yourself maybe not inside your own body, but instead sitting in a rather comfortable chair, staring at what appears to be a magical box with pictures on it.
Are you watching me right now? I'm in quite a comfortable chair.
You can hear laughter and possibly the squealing of a child before you're snapped back to reality. You blink, wondering what the heck has happened to you. Investigated so hard she transcended reality.
what is this game?
Nim, on the other hand, being the only normal one of these four.
Normal. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. What about me? I haven't even rolled.
Well, we know what it's going to be. Anyway,
Screw you! I'm rolling.
Nim checks the rooms. The rooms themselves are empty. Each room contains 2 beds. Within each room, there is a wooden chest.
I still rolled better than you, Tayto. I would like to check those chests.
It is a very nice, heaving chest. You place your face against the wood and go...
Did you just motorboat? No, wait. What motorboats don't exist?
Can you tell I'm slightly sick?
No, I couldn't. How fluffy are the pillows?
Very.
I'm gonna steal all the pillows.
You now have 12 feather down pillows.
Is your goal in life just to make the ultimate pillow fort?
Have you seen my cart?
Yes.
Then you know the answer.
Yes.
Tayto, checking along with Zim as he begins stealing pillows. You were checking the chests, I'm guessing.
I'm not even doing that. I'm just standing there in bewilderment.
Just standing there staring at the rest of the group like, what
What?
the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?
Did you see the face I sent?
Yeah.
That's the face that I'm going for. Post it
This
on
is
the,
not what I've
post
signed
it on
up
the
for.
stream.
It's posted.
Yeah.
You need to change that to your character icon.
Okay.
No.
Just
No.
the merit face.
No.
No.
It is too late.
Sometimes it breaks. Oh, I think
Alright,
she was
so-
meaning
Like a
on
Linkin Park
fantasy
song.
grounds, but okay.
Mm.
So, who else is going to try to do something? The only one who hasn't tried is Kiero. At this point, I think he's scared to try.
19.
Oh, there we go.
Well, damn!
But there's no point in it anymore.
Well, while Tayto is standing around wondering what bad decisions he made in life to get where he is now,
I should have listened to my grandmother more.
Kiero has systematically gone from room to room, checking out the chests that are in each of them. Two of the chests actually open.
They're mimics!
It
Kill
does.
them!
What?
No.
They're mimics.
No, they're unlocked.
You said they open.
Yeah, because
say he
Kiero
opened
opened them. Well, I'm saying he opened them.
I
He
call
finds-
hacks!
I'm the DM. I am hacks.
Fair enough.
The chests really have nothing more in them than clothing, but he does manage to scrounge up 5 gold pieces. The only odd thing is, in the last room on the far right, there is an iron chest that is locked solid.
Well, assuming that we have brought the perpetrator to proper justice for his murder, Zale will take a crack at the locked chest.
Okay.
That would be a sleight of hand, I believe.
Let me take a
Sure
look.
you don't want me to roll it instead?
Oh,
Do
I'm
the
quite
cultists
sure.
know that we're here?
Do you have thieving tools?
I could borrow yours.
You could try.
Uh,
These tend to be personalized tools. So
I hate to tell you this, Zale, but the adventure module says that it's a dexterity check, not a sleight of hand.
fair. I can either take 2 off of my proficiency, or I can re-roll it.
I demand a reroll.
Just have a moment. Doop.
Damn it, I wanted a 1.
No, the venom's passed its course to the system. I think we're
Yeah.
fine now. The
Unfortunately,
previous double fumble cascaded into this last one.
You underestimate the power of the dice.
Unfortunately, though you are very good with your lockpicking tools, you are not able to quite work out how this particular lock is set.
Well, if we can't unlock it, I guess we should break it.
Well, you can go ahead and try.
Well,
Can I blow it up?
Who am I to stop you?
The thing is, it's a check we can retry.
Oh.
So either we will keep retrying until we get a higher roll, or Elysian can try if you would prefer. assuming he has thieving tools.
I thought those things break easy.
Only in computer games that want you to buy more.
Yes.
Huh.
If you fumbled, they
Using
might become damaged and need to be
microtransactions.
repaired, but...
Microtransactions.
Oh god.
Yes, what can I do for you, Trellix?
You know you can just take 20 on the roll, right?
Nothing.
Yeah, but I'm just rolling until we decide what we're doing.
Okay.
How about a
I tried to
17?
blow it up!
Well, you don't want to blow it up because then we'll tip off the cultists.
Oh, I'm sure they already know we're here.
They could be really fucking...
No,
Deaths.
Tayto!
they're sitting
Sorry.
down the hall,
Sorry.
trying to comprehend who Colonel Mustard is.
If they didn't hear the Mephits exploding, they're not gonna hear this chest. We're good.
Well, in fairness,
to be
there was
fair-
a magic portal closed between us and the Mephits.
That's very true. Plus, there's an iron door down at the end of the hallway.
Can I knock?
Sure.
Can I leave?
Sure.
I'm not gonna knock.
All that's going to happen is you're going to find yourself at the bottom of where that altar was with the stairs where it's locked into place now.
Oh, right. At what level do I get teleportation again?
Eventually.
Does a 17 open the lock?
It does not.
Oh, so I didn't blow up the lock?
And if you're attempting to blow the lock, go ahead, give me an attack roll versus AC.
There, a
How about a
20. Hold on. you
23?
can't do it
I used
anymore.
magic missile.
Technically doesn't do too much damage. I'm not sure about 5th edition rules
Oh.
on resistance to magic. Necrotic energy really wouldn't do anything to metal.
Are you happy now?
Acid splash.
Okay, that would do something.
The magic missiles slam into the chest, making a loud spang, bam, pow that echoes through the chambers. About the time that Zale hears a slight click within the lock, Shinzi goes, "Aha!" as a necrobolt flies towards the chest,
Reflex.
and a large boom! Yes, go ahead, roll reflex.
Tato's just gonna pace.
I may have singed your whiskers. Oh my
You
god!
said it was over. You said it
did
was
not.
over.
I did not say it was over. I said it was carrying over.
Well, as you hear
Oh.
the small click, you
Okay,
hear
I'm kidding.
Shinzi giggle, as you can actually hear the magical miasma start to coalesce, and the last thing that kind of goes through your head before you're thrown across the room is, "Mother." Boom! You fly across the room, slam into the wall. It kind of drop. Your face is somewhat scorched comically. The chest itself is now in pieces, the contents scattered about the floor. And the double door,
I did it!
the slight chanting that could be heard through the large double doors at the end of the hallway stops.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the large metal door. Knock, knock.
Boom, boom, boom.
So what was in the chest?
Well, now strewn about the room itself is it's a journal bound in oiled leather, several sets of clothing. Scattered about the room is now 95 gold pieces. There was a potion of healing, but that's been broken and shattered. In addition, upon surveying the area, you notice a rather ornate staff leaning in a corner next to a bed.
Stick! I'm getting it.
Stick!
Oh gods.
Get the
I
stick, got
want
the stick,
it.
want the stick!
I want the stick.
I called it first.
No.
I knock on large metal door again.
It starts to open behind it. You
Oh,
see
there we go.
cultists staring back at you.
We thought
I'm
coming down here was a trial.
Hi.
Yeah.
We're here for the trial.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Is anybody going
all
to
I
grab
got
the
for you.
stuff that's on the floor?
Right in front of the cultists. So that they know that we're just thieves.
Well, I'm pretty sure Rook's
No.
going after at least one of the gold pieces, but
He'll
Zale's
manage
too
to grab
busy
one.
filling his eyebrows and whiskers.
All right, so nobody wants to grab anything else. Fantastic.
Do you
Okay,
want
so
me to
grabbing
roll-
the,
Hold on. Do you want me to roll a deception check?
you can try.
Okay.
Zale will.
I rolled 18. Wow.
I was going to say Zale will aid, but an 18 is probably the best you're going to get.
You
I don't
begin.
Because I know you'll just take over.
Oh, you So Shinzi grabbed the journal. Very good. We'll deal with that here in a second. In 18, you begin trying to smooth talk your way into the area beyond. From within the room, you can hear someone go, "I saw them out of the Culkin Manor. They killed Blossom."
Kill who?
You know, the butler that was part of the cult.
Wait, was that about Dawson? I was typing.
One of the other cultists further into the room recognized Tayto and called him out on his bullcrap.
Well, to be fair, that was just wrong place, wrong time.
Uh-huh. Anyway,
it's
well
true.
that's... well, yeah. While that's going on, Shinzi!
Hey, it's not my fault that a conspiracy happened to be going down when I was there.
Well, I mean, technically it partially is. We did come back with the one that set it all off. What was her name? Ravioli?
Why you gotta chime in on this? Make us look even more bad.
About that
Right,
time, Shinzi cracks open the God dang it.
Necronomicon.
She opens up the journal, opens the cover to the journal, and notices the name Ravia inscribed on the inside.
I'll be right back.
He's a
Upon
cultist
further
confirmed.
reading, are you going to read the journal?
Oh, yes.
Just sit down in the middle of the
Alright.
smoke-filled corridor and start reading a book.
Quickly skimming, you notice 2 pages make reference to a devastation orb. A rumor is mentioned that items can summon these destructive energies. 1 page is actually a plan to receive cargo in Elmwood and transport it to Molemister. And this timetable actually fits in with the destruction of Elmwood. Several entries mention a plan to forcibly recruit worshippers of the Eternal Flame through the use of a magical staff and a ritual circle. Later entries indicate the process may have been perfected. And the
So Ravia knew about all of this and still somehow got burned.
Oh.
the final entry here mentions a pet hawk, implying that there's a traitor within the organization that may work with the Cult of Eternal Flame.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
I will happily relay all of this information to people.
right in front of the cultists, by the way.
But
Oh
they're
yeah, I
busy right
totally
now.
am not
Zale's-
even paying
Zale's
attention to what's
distracting
going
them.
on.
She just kind of comes out of the room. Hey guys, Ravi is totally working with the cult. She looks to the left, and the cultist kind of stares at her blankly.
I'm sorry, I just don't care. Tayto does not give a shit right now.
The cultist throws open the double doors and retreats further into the back temple.
Hey, instead of running away, could you just let us out? That would, yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, just everybody is so chill right now. Was there some kind of marijuana stuffed into that chest? And
No,
fumes
no,
are now
no.
just mellowing us all out.
It was
Yeah.
in the marijuana was in the Mephits.
Ah, there we go. Point is, everybody right now is just stoned.
It's methawana, if you will.
Maybe we're all just acting really dumb for
Maybe.
sake of the
Tayto?
cult.
You don't have
But
to
this is
act.
how I always act.
All right, are you guys ready for a cutscene? Because here we go.
We have a cutscene?
Well, it's more of a verbal cutscene, but it's
I'm not graphic.
story stuff.
Story time!
The final area within the back of this underground lair is known as the Temple of Emix. There within, a number of cultists wearing the leather aprons and breeches typical of smiths surround a rather large fire brazier. On the platform, beside Ravia herself, is their life's work, what appears to be a suit of stylized bronze armor. The immense chamber is oddly shaped, almost like a flame. At the far end, an enormous 10-foot wide brazier burns fiercely. Surrounding it is the group of cultists, chanting, wearing nothing but heavy leather breeches and aprons, and sporting thick, opaque goggles. Sweat courses from their bare shoulders in the stifling room. Ravia stands on a raised platform on the far side of the brazier. Behind her on the platform is what appears to be a set of unusually large bronze armor, seemingly fresh from the forges, and still glows red with heat. A man takes a cautious step toward the armor, but recoils in pain at the last moment, likely from that intense heat. The two workers behind him, however, anticipate the move and shove him bodily into the suit. The gut-wrenching sound and smell of burning flesh and hair fills the air as the suit's occupant screams in unfathomable agony. Smoke roils and curls from the gaps in the armor as tendrils of flame begin to rise from the neck. Within moments, the cultist's entire head is wreathed in flame.
I like these guys.
After a dozen terrible heartbeats, the last of his screams fade away. However, to your surprise, the unholy creation animates and leaps into the brazier, drawing a huge red-hot warhammer from within it before moving in your direction.
So I've got to admit, suddenly my own Defic contract isn't looking quite so shitty.
I'm a little confused. We saved Ravia. Didn't we? I mean, we tried
No, I
to.
mean, sort of. I don't know what you were trying to do with her, but I just wanted to get her back to be paid, personally. My understanding was they wanted enough information.
I mean, if Ravia's fine, then I don't really care past this point. If she doesn't want to leave, that's on her.
Yeah, but I think that giant hulking thing headed towards us is not going to let us sleep anyways.
That's
Maybe
not
if
nice.
you didn't knock
You're
on the
not
door,
nice.
then you'd have reason to complain. Otherwise, it's combat time.
Whatever.
So,
Like, Tayto's just like, I don't know right now. He is just so nonchalant about all of this.
Roll for initiative.
And rolled.
I do recall that, Zale.
just making sure it might become important soon.
Kiero, roll initiative. Hey Zim, I can modify the combat tracker and move people around, correct?
You do so by changing their initiatives.
Okay.
But yes.
Shinzi, if you'll go ahead and roll a d20 off against me, no bonuses.
Meanwhile, Nim is just sitting here with the cases of 12 pillows hanging from his mouth while carrying a big stick, too.
Oh.
Initiative, not intelligence. Wow, that's ironic.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Not a
Tayto?
sword either.
What?
No, that was Tayto. You just rolled 0 damage on longsword.
Don't worry about it. I'm setting something up. Don't worry about it.
We are very concerned.
Well, I'm going to speak
We're not
for
worried,
yourself.
we're just concerned.
Here's where I put my skills.
Hero!
While we're waiting, I would like to say hi to Mahalanir, as well as Ina Nariariar.
Hello? I am Mahalanir, sorry. That's my online handle.
Okay, I was not told that. But we do have some folks in chat at the moment. So hello to you.
Hello. You're going to you. Yes, it is.
Stop.
Oh, God.
What was that?
Logically, I'm aware that you said words, but they were drowned out by the ringing in my ears.
We will forever call you an rare.
Enirirar.
Why do you make noises?
Because we speak.
That's not.
It's kind of what we do to say that we're alive, to be honest. We wiggle around and make noise, and people understand that we're not dead. Except for the case of Shinzi, because her things also wiggle around, but you know.
Yeah.
I just, well, I thought he was back, but he just went AFK.
The hell, Kier? Okay. Problem solved. Oh, fuck.
Well, damn. Shinzi, if you'd like to go ahead and give me another D20 roll no bonuses. Tim, if you could do the same for Kiero. Okay.
Jeez. I was hoping he would get a low roll so we won't have to wait when he comes up.
No such luck.
Technically, he could just hold his action until it gets back to his turn. Just saying.
Not impossible.
Sorry guys, my son has been having a tantrum for the last hour because he refuses to go to sleep.
I can attest to that.
It's no worries.
I have tried to be present, but he has made it very difficult. So I put him to bed in my room and hope he will just fuss himself to sleep.
That's all we can do.
Alright, so, initiative has been rolled. Shinzi, guess what?
What?
You get first crack at these bastards.
Ooh.
Alright, the cultists are all standing around this rather large brazier. Well, 4 of them form a semicircle around it. Well, I'm sorry, 5 of them form a semicircle around it. with Ravia herself at the far back left of the room. And this rather large creature known as an Azer has just leapt from the brazier and is heading towards you.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of mad at them for existing in a way that interrupts me sharing this useful information that I just found. Because, hey guys, I just found this out, and then they practically just showed us anyways, so all of this information I just picked up is fucking useless, and I'm fucking pissed. Because I did a good thing, and it doesn't matter now.
Let's blow
Wow.
them up.
Show them how you really feel, Shinzi.
We are just taking off the filter today. We do not care. And all of those
Oh
F-bombs
shit!
added to a 20. Nat 20.
How about we just put the filters back on?
Hmm.
This will eventually go on YouTube.
Demonetize us.
Shinzi has gone like full Super Saiyan mode right now.
Super Saiyan 1 million mode.
She's like,
Wait, so do I max damage or not?
that is absolutely your choice. Do you want max damage or would you like a critical card?
Card.
Ah, the card.
Card. Yay.
You want the card?
Yes.
Everybody wants the card.
All right.
I like the randomness.
Thematically here, instead of her usual paw wiggling and chuckling that you're used to, she slams the book closed, throws it on the ground, points at the Azer, and
Oh my god, what are you doing? A Kamehameha but with necrobolts?
No. She's throwing a temper tantrum.
Yes.
you can actually feel the air get heavy around her as she charges.
God, I'm stepping back a little.
Oh shit!
So
I
it's
didn't
all
put that
quick
damage
to
on him.
anger.
Oops. Hang on, let me fix that. There we go.
Drawing the card. Let's see. Oh. Magic. Call of the Wild. Double damage or triple damage to animals, fae, magical beasts, and vermin.
I'm pretty sure. Is this Azer and Magical Beast? I'm not sure.
Doubtful. It might be undead.
The Azer is actually listed as a medium elemental. Do you know what an elemental is?
A magical
magical-
beast.
So,
Not a magical
Shinzi,
beast. I
for
think they
purposes
did
of this story, for purposes of storytelling, this is a magical beast. All right, what is the you roll how many d10s for damage?
1.
All right, so you begin just and just kamehameha this poor guy who got shoved into a superheated bodysuit of armor, died and became an elemental. With all the anger, rage, and frustration you can muster, you just blast it square in the chest with necrotic energy. You hit it for a whopping 30 damage.
Yeah.
Go ahead, give me a d20 roll, no bonuses. Ah, not enough.
That just means you get to decide the Mortal Kombat fatality.
Unfortunately, a 7 is not high enough, so you're not going to get the auto kill on this thing. But you have absolutely wrecked its crap.
The dice gods apparently don't love her enough to give her an auto kill.
The dice don't love her enough to give her an auto kill. I have nothing to do with it.
Yep.
Alright, you still have bonus action and movement if you so choose.
Oh, yeah, and... are cantrips bonus actions?
Not normally, no.
Okay.
It will say
It has
in the
to-
description the
Yes.
casting time. It'll say 1 action, bonus action, etc.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well then, I imagine that means it's the end of my turn.
Kiero, try to follow that up, buddy.
I don't think
Just
anyone.
buff us. Kiero, just enhance us, please.
Audible gulp.
Do you have anything that'll help us, I don't know, against magic or fire? Because when I think cultists, I think magic flingers. Tongue wagglers.
Tend more towards rituals and direct combat spells traditionally, but yeah. At least
Okay.
Ravia is likely a caster, if I had to guess.
Ravia, you kind of owe us one.
Most of Kiero's spells are of the healing variety.
Nobody's particularly damaged at the moment. Most of us
Yeah.
used Second Wind to heal, so...
Yeah, the only people who are actually injured right now, I believe, are Nim and Zale, and they only have one
1
hit
point.
point gone.
Yeah, I would just go up and bash somebody, honestly. Probably not the big fire guy, but cultists 2 or 3 look like good options.
The closest ones to you right now, Kiero, the Azer is moving towards the group and just got its socks rocked. Behind the Azer to the left and right are cultists 2 and 3.
By the way, how did the cultists react to their Azer getting completely wrecked?
That's Kiero.
Kiero just lifts his crossbow and just shoots a crossbow bolt, which just kind of plinks off the armor and falls to the ground. Well, next turn. All right.
The problem. I'm gonna type out. Can I talk during somebody else's turn? I'm not sure.
You can, but it's not going to take effect until it's your turn.
Oh.
All right. Cultist number 2 is going to move forward with the Azer, but kind of stand sort of behind it. As the cultist walks, it reaches inside his robes and pulls out a scimitar. Rather nasty-looking thing.
Oh, baby.
A scimitar? You mean like the one that
It,
your child had?
The thing is, it's not just a scimitar. The blade itself appears to be crusted with blood.
Even
That's gross.
It does not. The cultist doesn't actually head for the group. It just kind of hides slightly behind the Azer, menacingly.
You can hide menacingly.
Oh.
It is cultist number 3's turn. He's going to follow the same thing cultist number 2 did. Going to draw his scimitar and follow up behind the Azer. Nim, it is your turn.
All right.
Make the Azer fall on them.
Works for me. I am going to slightly hesitantly drop my new stick and pillows and charge in and leap for the Azer, meaning to, finish him off and push him over backwards.
Okay.
And I assume no allies are within 5 feet of it?
Unfortunately, no.
Crud.
Does he take any fire damage for directly touching a fire elemental?
I
Oh,
would
no,
guess
well-
so. But we will find out when he
Doesn't
takes the
bother me
damage.
either way.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
What?
It's a literal being made of armor.
Yeah, a 14 misses.
Fine.
It is a living body of armor. You can't hit everything all the time.
I mean, or you actually did hit it, but you only really hit the armor and didn't damage it.
Can I at least still try a strength check to push it backwards?
You could try.
Worth a shot. Oh, my strength is awful. Probably won't work, but we'll see. Nope.
Nope.
Okay. I think that's all I got.
It's okay. Let's push it back together. And I'm just gonna do like a shoulder charge at it. How does that work in a roll? Rika.
Oh, you move your speed plus 10 feet and end that move with a melee attack. A basic melee.
And that's a basic melee, and
Yes. That would
that's a
push
shoulder charge.
that would push your target back 5 feet, and you would take that and you would take the place of that creature.
Works for me. And the cultists are directly behind it.
Yes.
They're gonna be on fire. I think. I don't know. And does it knock down the Azer or no?
Oh, we'll find out, won't we?
Oh, okay. And you said it's just a regular attack, so basically a
Yep,
strength
just a basic
check.
melee attack.
That's basically a strength check for me.
No. Oh, it's off. That's why.
Well, basic melee also utilizes your weapons.
Oh, I did not know that.
You guys should
Oh.
kill this Azer before he gets mad over me
Alright.
almost killing him and hits me, because I'm very squishy.
Yeah. Alright. Basic melee. I missed.
That is
Wow.
a miss.
Oh.
All right.
How do you miss something this big?
Right.
It's literally
Well,
a
you're-
walking suit of armor. You're not necessarily missing it, it's glancing off of the metal plate.
Oh, okay.
A rule of thumb
That's
for
fair.
Theater of the Mind is if you miss within their 10 plus AC, it's a glancing blow. If your miss is higher than that but still a miss, they dodge it.
Yeah, it was a glancing blow. Let's say that.
So like if I have an AC of 13 with my studded leather but another 3 defense because of my dex, if you miss me on a 12 or a 13, it glances off my armor. If you miss me on a 14 or a 15, or no, it's a 13 or a 14, 15 is my AC, then I dodge it.
I need to look at what the heck they redid with Slayer's Eye.
Is that your turn, Tayto?
No. Hold on, I need to find this out. Where even is it?
It's in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Classes, Ranger, and then all the way at the bottom you'll find Monster Slayer.
Oh, of course, it's all the way at the bottom.
Actually, it looks like they might have gotten rid of Slayer's Eye.
Yeah, they did.
It looks like you've got Slayer's Prey. Starting
Oh,
at
is
third
actually-
level, you can focus your ire on one foe, increasing the harm
Stop.
you inflict.
Stop!
What?
I did not want the entire... I can read that myself, but I was gonna
You're
use
off the
Hunter
street.
Sense. So, with Hunter Sense, I'm going to use that as my bonus action. I gain the ability to peer at a creature and magically discern how to best hurt it. As an action, choose one creature, 60 feet. I learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are.
It has immune to fire and poison. It has immune to fire and poison damage, and it has immune to poisoned condition. It has no vulnerabilities.
And, okay. Alright, then I'll end my turn, thank you. Sorry, Zim, I had to stop you because you were reading off the wrong skill.
You want it? There you go. Zale, your turn!
Alright, so Zaya's going to take his bonus action to apply a sickly green substance to the edge of his short sword.
Okay.
But then he's going to cast a blast of pure force at the tottering big metal lumpy thing. Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, yes! Do you want the crit card?
Oh, I would love a crit card.
Alright, considering how these typically go, an actual round of combat only takes about 15 to 20 seconds because story-wise, everybody is acting at the exact same moment instead of just standing around waiting for things to happen. So, thematically, Zale and Shinzi both charge up an attack as the Azer leaps from the brazier, and the cultists follow it. Zale releases an Eldritch Bolt alongside of Shinzi's Necro Bolt. 6 seconds for each round. Thank you, Nim. Oh, you're not going to believe this. I freaking cut this deck 8 times and shuffled twice. Guess what?
You got the same card.
Guess what the top card is?
The same exact.
The same one.
Call of the Wild.
So,
I cannot make this stuff up.
So triple damage, yes?
Yes.
I'll roll your damage.
What die do you typically roll?
Take only half of that. I forgot it is auto crits, so that's supposed to be only 3d10. That's going to be
Okay,
15 damage still.
Well, I do triple max.
So
Oh no, it's
45
okay.
damage.
Normal for me is only 1d10. I tripled it.
Okay, so you're
So
going
you
to
can either take the 7 and do 21 damage if you want.
Is it possible to add impact to the Eldritch Blast so that it blasts the Azer back against the cultist and they all just fling back?
So I'm going to
force.
I'm going to retcon this real quick because it's going to be very pretty and incredibly anime-esque. As the Azer strode forward, Kiero and Tayto ran in. Kiero, Nim, and Tayto ran in, attempting to damage this thing. Couldn't quite do it. In the back of the room stood Zale and Shinzi. Seeing the creature stepping forward, Zale reaches out his left hand. Shinzi reaches out her right paw. Their fingers entwine, and they begin raising their other arm into the sky. A miasma of necrotic energy and just pure force begins to coalesce between them. They spout some Japanese nonsense.
It's draconic.
And with an insane just explosion of energy, they force their entwined hands forward and open their palms. This blast of energy hurtles from them, causing them to kind of fall backwards onto their butts. This energy blasts past Tayto and Kiero and Nim, tossing them to the side as it impacts the center of this Azer. There's the sound of wrenching metal and the pained, agonizing screech of an elemental being torn at its very ethereal core. The armor seems to contort as the spiral of force and necrotic energy crushes its chest plate, lifts it up off the ground where it begins spinning, and then just shatters into thousands of pieces, flying across the room.
Do the cultists get hit by the shrapnel?
We'll find out, won't we?
Okay.
All in
That
all,
was beautiful.
between
Absolutely beautiful. And I really want somebody to draw that.
between Shinzi and Zale, they have dealt 60 damage to the Azer. It is not just dead. You killed its soul. you murdered it at the ethereal level.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, God, I think I'm in love.
Zale will yell after its soul as it disappears into the nether. When you get down there, I know I'd like to discuss retirement packages.
Where it's going, it's not going to meet the Raven Queen.
Oh, well, I suppose that's fine then.
Stunned at this insane just show of power from two of the party, the cultists who had their swords raised in attack just kind of and their arms drop with their swords making a clatter to the stone floor.
Oh, no, I mean to interrupt your fun. Go on. I'm just going to step out this back door. That's fine.
Ravia, up on her platform, holds out her hand as the staff that Zim brought into the room begins to clatter against the floor. It flies across the room, and she catches it one-handed.
That's
No!
neat.
Hey, I didn't bring it
This-
into the room.
Yes, you did. You said you drop it in charge.
Yeah, I was still in the hallway at that time.
Everybody was in the room.
I never went into the room.
It's an open area. The doors are open.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
She holds the staff forward as the gem embedded in the head of the staff begins to glow. The eyes of the cultists begin to glow the same color. No, it doesn't end this way. Imix will be born into this realm. She points the staff at the group. Charge my minions! Kill them and bring me their corpses!
Good luck with that.
I didn't mind this whatever being brought into the realm. That's not even what we're here for.
Run, 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 run!
Okay, but did the shrapnel hit anybody? Like, ravioli?
I guess we found out. Oh.
The pieces were too small to actually deal any damage. It was just you kind of cover your face and hope for the best. It was kind of a reactionary thing.
I see.
But that also means none of the party got hit either.
Fair enough. We just got-
Zale is at the end of your turn.
Oops, I apologize. Yes, it is.
You know what? No, that's not all I wanted to do. And furthermore, all right, Elysian, your turn.
Yay! So let's see who's left. So we got
cultists-
a bunch of the cultists.
Yes,
Okay.
cultists 2 and 3 are actually the closest to the group. Let me just do something right quick.
Are either of them within 5 feet of another ally?
No, unfortunately, the two
What are you?
that were behind the Azer are still a good 5 feet away from.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
well,
10 feet away
I'm
from
going to draw my
melees.
bow and snipe them with a bow with an arrow.
A 16 does hit.
I don't know who this Ravia is, but where's ravioli?
I totally didn't just mess up and not use my good short bow on that. Totally.
Go ahead and give me a D20, no bonuses.
Boop.
And you murk cultist number 2.
God.
Just gotta describe a Mortal Kombat-esque fatality, though, in order for this to happen.
Alright. Having seen the energy blast that emanated from both Zale and Shinzi, Elysian takes his bow from his shoulders, pulls an arrow from his quiver, steps between the two of them, overdraws the bow, and in a quiet voice, finish him. Releases the arrow. It whistles through the air, pierces the skull of cultist number 2, who falls backwards onto the floor, an expression of surprise left on his dying face. The almost blood-red glow that is in his eyes slowly fades as he draws his last breath. Well, it's too late now, Tayto.
I'm gonna go take my toddler to lay down, so I'm gonna be gone for like 10 to 30 seconds. So go ahead and let the cultists do their thing, but if you talk to me and I'm not here, that's why.
Okay.
Finish him!
Finish him. Do.
So far, that's one elemental's entire soul and one cultist.
Alright, is that going to be your turn, Elysian?
That's our kill count.
Yep, sorry, I keep forgetting.
That's
I
alright.
always forget to press it. Damn it. Okay, there you go.
Alright, cultist number 1 comes around from the left side of the brazier and rushes towards the group. There are 3 that were in melee combat with the Azer. He's coming around from the left, so he's actually going to have Nim and Kiero to look forward to hitting. I'm going to go ahead and roll to see who gets hit. Kiero, you are odds. Nim, you are evens. I rolled a 4, so Nim, you get hit. Or you're being attacked, I should say. He raises his scimitar towards the sky and tries to bring it down upon your wolfy neck. You manage to duck and pull back just in time as the scimitar's blade spangs into the stones beneath you.
Oh no,
Does
it's
it
not good for the edge.
break?
What?
Does
No, it doesn't break. The Azer, who has been completely, decimated, is dead, so skip that. Cultist number 4 on the opposite side of the brazier runs around from the right. He has Tayto and Nim in his sights. This time, Nim, you have odds. Tayto, you have evens.
Hold on, how is it Ravia's turn next? Didn't she take a turn by getting that staff in her hand?
No, that was storyline.
Plot trumps rules.
There are things called legendary actions now where bosses can literally just... I feel like doing this now, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah. So that's...
Okay.
Okay, I'm
So
back.
I rolled a 3, so Nim, you're being attacked again.
It's almost like they don't like having a mongrel in the room.
Well, a 16 missed, but a 17 hits.
Yeah, because I have 17.
So you ducked and backed up, but it was just enough for the next cultist to run up and take a swipe at your flank, dealing a whopping 3 damage. You do succeed at your concentration, so your radiant damage does continue.
Yay!
Ravia is not going to move from her place on the dais. She's going to continue to hold her staff and conduct her minions to attempt to kill you. Hey, Shinzi, welcome back. It is your turn.
Shenzi, aim at that bitch Ravioli. I'm sorry, I can't...
You know it.
I can't stop cursing. Why? I live with my 13-year-old cousin, too. I shouldn't be cursing around her.
Okay. Sorry. The kitchen and get yourself had a turn or something.
You are repeatedly breaking out.
Am I? Is this better?
Yes.
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 Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, Enir. Ravia ate ravioli.
This Ravia does not seem to appreciate the severity of the situation she is in.
Or perhaps we are underestimating her.
Please, oh, please, oh, please. Oh.
Unfortunate. You power up a witch bolt, however, having used so much energy to decimate the Azer, it's not as powerful as it normally is. You still manage to fire it, however, Ravia raises her staff and smacks the witch bolt away, which impacts harmlessly on a wall.
That was cool.
Kiero! In front of you stands cultist number 3 and cultist number 1. You are able to melee either one of them, should you so choose. He raises his mace and smacks cultist number 1. It is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Bringing it down solidly on the cultist's shoulders. He strikes for 9 damage. In fact, this murders the cultist.
His heart just stopped as soon as the mace touched his shoulders. From the shock.
No, it's more in the way of a little collarbone, but yeah.
The mace shreds through the cultist's clavicle, shatters his shoulder blade, and in fact continues on to crush his ribcage, piercing his heart.
You really know how to do inside damage.
Fatality.
You know, now that I think of it, I can see why YouTube might think that my streams are a little, violent.
I mean, it didn't say anything about violence. It was a spam.
I know, I'm just...
I'm sorry, I had to point out the inconsistency.
That's, they hinted towards spam. They didn't say spam. It's confusing, but anyways.
Yes, his viscera explodes from his insides, and a beautiful yet grotesque meat rainbow. Alright,
She
cultist
gets
number
even
3.
worse.
Are we playing Dungeons and Dragons or are we playing Doom?
Yes. Well, you're going after a fire demon and his cultists, and you're destroying them in wonderful and bloody ways. So yeah, this is pretty much Doom.
And his cultists? I mean, I thought Ravia was a woman.
Well, she's working for somebody, obviously. I mean, cults don't just come from nothing. They gotta follow something.
That's true. I thought you were specifically referring to Ravia.
No. Cultist number 3 is...
Oh, did he come back?
It would appear
As
so,
in-
yes.
Zim, say something.
Hello.
Speak, boy. Good boy.
Sorry, I was muting the Tosaka because, well, I don't know if it's copyrighted or not.
We'll find out, won't we?
No, we won't.
Yeah,
All right,
she's
so-
right. We really won't.
While you were gone, Tayto got chopped by cultist number 3 for 3 damage.
If you can even call it chopped. Or like scratched.
Nim, it is your turn. You currently have cultist number 1, cultist number 3, and cultist number 4 to nom on.
Okay. So cultists 3 and 4 are within 5 feet of another.
Yes, because you are currently in a battle line with Kiero and Tayto on either side of you.
Oh. What did cultist 3 do?
Cultist 3 was the one that chopped Tayto.
Oh. Damn, I was going to use my protection. Oh well.
Someone like you doesn't need protection.
No, I was going
22
to
will
give.
hit cultist number 4.
I was going to give you protection, Tayto.
Not what I was talking about.
Dad.
You chomp into the jugular of cultist number 4. Your teeth sink into his flesh. You can feel the warm spray of viscera into your mouth as you hear his breath gurgle through the gaping wounds. Dropping to the floor, you wrench your head backwards, taking a chunk of flesh with it. Cultist number 4 is dead.
I want to eat more.
As a bonus action, you tear further into his throat, eating his tongue clear out of his neck.
Yay!
Oh. Oh.
What?
He just kind of looks up at you, mouth full. What?
What
Blood
do you
all
mean? You
over.
just-
A little
Oh.
piece of gore on it, my nose, you know.
A tongue hanging out of his mouth that is not his own.
Oh God.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Nothing.
Is that your turn, Nim?
I don't know. Do you have a problem with me, Elysian?
Oh, it's just really gross.
Enier goes, ew!
Now to get the music going again.
Alright, Tayto, it is your turn. Cultist number 4 has been murked, so cultist number 3 is the only one left standing.
How far away is Ravia?
Ravia is a good 30 feet away on top of the dais at the end of the room.
I take out my bow.
You're
And
going to melee fire while you're going to
No.
melee fire is basically what's going to happen.
I'm not going to attack the cultist. I'm going to attack Ravia.
But what he's
exactly.
saying is there's a cultist right next to you who will take an attack of opportunity.
That is true. So I'm going to back off away from cultist number whatever.
Okay, moving in a shift, it's a 5-foot step that'll get you out of melee range.
But that also
fine.
counts as your action, so...
I thought that counted.
Well, as a movement, that counts as a movement.
Okay.
They took that away with 5th.
Well, not in my games.
Oh.
It gets rid of all of your movement for that turn, but it allows you to disengage from melee combat.
That's fine. Is it a bonus action to sheath my weapon, or is that a free action?
It is a bonus to put away one weapon and take out a new one.
Okay, so I'll do it for that. And I will fire at Ravia with my longbow.
Boom. You got some big shoes to fill with ranged attacks. Make it count.
Can I make a called strike then?
Yes, you can. If you roll higher than a 16 on your d20, I'm going to allow the called strike to hit true.
Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, I did not roll it on the thing. Do you want to count that anyway or no?
No, please roll it on Ravia.
Okay. Got an even better roll.
A 19 will hit.
Okay, and I'll tell you what I want to hit.
Unfortunately, you didn't roll a 16 or higher on your d20. You only rolled a 14.
Oh,
So you're not going to get your called shot.
oh okay.
But you do get your hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, I misunderstood what you meant. Whoops.
Why'd you... What?
That was not what I meant to do.
What
It was above a 16, though.
All right, you hit for a solid 9. Your arrow flies true. It actually passes through the flame, coming out of the 10-foot brazier in the center of the room that the Azer had leapt from. It catches fire on the way through and hits Ravia square in the middle of the chest. Her robes catch fire and she falls to the floor dead and burning.
Ooh.
Her staff clatters to the floor. Its glowing gemstone fades. And cultist number 3, his eyes go from being the glowing red to the glow fades. He blinks a couple times, looks around the room, and immediately wets himself.
I did always prefer my ravioli when it's cooked.
Oh,
So are we gonna interrogate this guy, or is he gonna swallow us?
Yeah, I would recommend that we bring this one back. I mean, at the very least, when we get paid a little bit.
Yeah, I don't.
We did kind of just kill our intended target.
I'm
so.
pretty sure we weren't supposed to kill Ravia. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to bring her.
Well,
in.
technically, she might not be dead yet. I mean, if somebody wants to go over and stop the bleeding.
Oh no, she's on fire and dead.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so her wounds are cauterized.
Tayto...
Somebody just stomp her out and we'll bring her with us.
You can
Tayto
reanimate her. Sure, why not?
Well, yeah, you could try.
Necromancer.
Alright, hey Tayto, I have a question.
What?
Why is your name now Tayto to attack arrow at Tayto?
Why are you asking me like I'm supposed to know the answer to this question?
I was kind
Because
of
the only person who can change it is you.
I don't know how it happened.
Well.
Okay?
You can change it, Rika.
I changed it back.
Thank you.
There, we can stop reacting to it now.
Alright, is that the end of your turn, Tayto?
Yes, it is.
Alright, Zale, it is your turn.
Yeah. There's only
Well,
one
I
cultist
think-
left alive, and right now he's urinated.
The
Can
room
I make
now...
a persuasion check to convince him to change his pants and come with us?
Once
And if
again,
not-
you could try.
Well, we
Yeah.
can just give him an ultimatum.
Well,
Hey,
essentially,
buddy.
what I'm doing. So it's less of an intimidation and more of a, hey, so I don't particularly want to kill you, so if you drop that bit of metal in your hand and follow us, answer a couple of questions, you might live. Maybe. I'm just saying.
In response, he grips the handle of his scimitar with 2 hands and points it towards the group.
You know,
Imix is eternal! He will have his revenge!
I tried. Rook, would you flank him for me? That would be nice.
we don't need to kill him. I mean,
Yeah, no, I've had enough of this, I think. And I'm especially pleased with these guys. So, short sword, it's got that goopy green stuff on it.
Yep.
I don't see why you get to make that decision.
Well, it's my turn.
Damn it.
Alright, yeah, 16 will hit with a cutlass. or a cutlass with a short sword. I saw cultist, and I know you were swinging a sword, so my brain goes cutlass.
Right, an additional 6 damage on top of that for the sneak attack.
Yeah, you didn't just kill him; you like bifurcated him.
Right, so that was a thing.
Alright.
I'm gonna go out and gather something up from the other room. Just tidy things up a bit. I'll be right back.
And Tayto just like
The
pinches the bridge of his nose, like, can we just go someplace with
Improvised weapon.
with a smooth step and swing of his blade, Zale cuts from I'm gonna go ahead and say midsection to the top of this poor cultist's head. The cultist doesn't appear to move. However, his vision kind of splits in two as half of his body flops over. He then drops to his knees and then to the floor.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
I can definitely see why YouTube would think we're violent.
Alright, you have successfully killed everyone who is in this temple. Let me see what we can find here.
I would like to harvest some meat.
You're not harvesting people meat. That's where I draw the line.
You'll let me eat his tongue, but I can't harvest meat?
Yes.
The thing is, one is in the heat of the moment, other is cold butchery.
Well, he's not gonna notice.
I'm going to notice.
What was the name that he called out? MX?
Yes, Imix. I-M-I-X.
Oh, thank you. I have to prod my other GMs to spell things for me.
Nice name, Tayto.
I am in no mood.
That being said, and all that, the fact that we've got this journal thing that Shinzi stomped on, I think that'll help us get paid a bit. Oh, I suppose I should advance my turn even though we're out of combat.
Alright, yes. You are out of combat. Let me see here.
Is that the only spell they knew? No other fire spells? Did they use up all their magic summoning that thing?
Well, technically, Ravia did use a mind control spell, and would likely have done far worse if somebody hadn't shot her with a flaming arrow.
There you go.
I didn't shoot her with the flaming arrow. The arrow caught on fire mid-shot.
The Azer was actually what they were trying to summon. Essentially what it was is the cultists were put under a charm spell by Ravia and forced to make this armor. And then one of their number was sacrificed to Imix by being shoved into the armor. He then became the Azer because of it.
I would like to go gather my stick and my pillows.
Yeah,
Alright.
After
gonna
wiping
keep
my
the-
muzzle clean on whatever I find.
Don't want dirty pillows now.
Exactly.
You wipe your face on the robes of the cultists that you were just dining
Oh
on.
god.
Oh my god, I'm imagining if Nim accidentally mind controls somebody with the stick.
Oh
Just
god.
accidentally, though.
I would
Alright.
recommend our company wizard takes control of the stick.
My stick!
Zale's not going to touch it.
For the victory
I
here,
do recommend that the wizard takes control.
for the victory here, the party is going to be awarded 575 experience points. I'm awarding that now.
Woo!
Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So received.
All right. So you now have the stick, Nim. Congratulations.
Yay! I shall
I'm
add it to
fairly
my
certain-
inventory as stick ?
All right.
Whose inventory as stick?
As you pull yourselves together after this fight with the actual cult of Imix, you can hear the grinding of stone on sand behind you in the caverns.
Is that behind us the way we came, or
Yes.
behind us the way we were going? Alright.
Behind where you were.
Is there any tinkling
on?
of bells?
There is the slight tinkle of a bell, yes.
Zale will immediately come to attention and face that direction. Stealth check, if I may, to blend into the shadows.
I say! Is there anyone down there?
No, nobody down here. Don't come down.
Oh god.
Nope.
All right, men, let's check it out.
Now I will make the stealth.
You begin to hear the clanking of armored feet on the stairs as they head down.
I
Today
will
is
be
just not Zale's day.
I will be standing in plain sight in the doorway to the chamber we were just in, just wagging my tail with my stick and pillows.
In walks.
I guess I'd just be standing casual-like.
In walks Sark Tolliver, one of the captains of the soldiery of Mulemaster. Behind him stand 15 veteran members of the soldiery, all adorned in heavy armor.
I can't talk right now because my mouth is full, so...
Clearly. Nobody else wants to take the lead on this one?
No.
Alright, let's see. Oh, I've got it. So Zale will wave to him in a very familiar manner. And, so I've got it. I figured it out. That puzzle you gave me last week, it was Colonel Mustard, and it was in where was it? The dining room. Yeah, right, the dining room. No, kitchen. In the kitchen. Right, I've got it.
Is mustard?
And he had one of them heavy golden things what I sold last. I mean that you put candles in. Yeah, candelabra thingy.
Does mustard even exist?
Mustard is a plant, so it most likely would.
Mustard seed is used as a spice.
Yes. Admittedly, mostly in Far Eastern cooking, but I believe it was also available wildly throughout much of Europe.
Yes, but...
Sark Tolliver informs the party that he has actually been sent by Zora Culkin to locate the party, as it has been 2 days since you were last seen.
Wait,
Been
what?
down here for
Sorry,
2 days?
been 2 days?
Weird.
That doesn't even make sense.
Does time
Right.
flow different down here?
Magic is a hell of a thing.
Oh god, this is why I hate this thing so much. Alright, no, that makes sense. I'll whatever. I get paid overtime, right?
Sark Tolliver kind of stares over. I was not given any mention of pay for your group. However, Zora Culkin has asked that you meet with her back in Mulemaster, because she has been, as she put it, worried sick about you.
That's cute.
Well, that's quite sweet of her, that is. Those rumors about Dawson wandering around the marketplace, totally unfounded. I have no clue what they're talking about.
We've had no rumors of such a thing.
Oh, good. And it's not a problem.
He kind of raises an eyebrow and slowly turns back to the rest of the soldiery.
Does he know if we need to bring Ravioli's body back?
He does not.
Bring it back
we might as well
anyway.
do it anyway.
Nim is just gonna start
Just to make
heading
sure that
out.
bitch stays dead.
He's got
back her
pillows
ears.
to add to his cart.
Alright.
Eh.
Sark Tolliver directs his men to the different rooms to investigate the area to find out exactly what was going on down here. And afterwards escorts your group from the Gent ghetto back to Mulemaster. You do make it back safely, no further issues. Upon entering the tavern there in Mulemaster, Sora Culkin rises from a table in the back and moves swiftly towards your group. Oh, thank the heavens you've returned! It's been 2 days! Where have you been?
You know, we were a
Collecting
bit busy
pillows.
and all that. Well, I mean, yeah, he's got some more bedding for his cot, but I really don't think anybody's caring about that.
It
I'm
was
just
only
going
like,
to give Zale
what,
a
20
hurt
minutes
look.
for us?
I care about that.
Answer my question.
What was the question?
It was only like, what, 20 minutes for us?
A couple of hours that
Yeah,
we
a
were
couple of
actually
hours.
down in there, but
Yeah, it was only a couple hours for us. I don't know how it turned out to be 2 days. We weren't drinking, I swear. Not on your time.
Mm.
Well, I verily would have heard of any such rabble-rousing from my informants. However, they did say that you found a church and then you just disappeared. What of Ravia? Did you find her?
Dead.
well, sort of. See, thing of it is,
Dead. I'm just gonna say dead. I'm just gonna cut everyone off.
You see,
Dead.
she was behind the entire thing.
What do you mean behind the entire thing?
well, when we got there, she was doing all this chanting and mumbo jumbo, having a big fiery thing in their bronze armor. I mean, you know, it was all quite impressive.
Well,
I've got to
and
be
there
honest.
was her journal that I found.
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
you
right,
not
right,
hear
yeah.
that?
Ravia's... You found Ravia's journal. May I see it, please?
Yeah, it turns out she was a higher-ranking cultist for the Church of Cyric. Here you go.
No, that just can't be true. She takes the journal, opens it, begins flipping through the pages. At that point, Sark Tolliver steps forward.
I'm as
Excuse
surprised
me.
as you are.
Excuse me, Zora Culkin. I am afraid I'm going to need to confiscate that journal. It will be part of an investigation into the cult of Emix, so that we may squash out any other uprisings of this vermin.
Oh, wait, is that a bounty?
In fear for the safety of Mulemaster, she turns the journal over to Sark Tolliver.
Can't you read it before? I mean,
She
before-
was able to read a couple pages, and what she was able to read was the outline of the plan that Ravia had for summoning the Azer and recruiting people for the cult. So she does know that what you were telling her was the truth.
Well, I have no reason to lie anyway.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself, but
Well, Tayto doesn't.
I can't believe this actually happened. I was just sent to find her. Why would she do such a thing?
well, it's always the quiet ones that go off the deep end, so not that surprising, really.
She was the quietest one of all.
Yeah, I don't think I ever
Yeah,
heard
she
her
was
sing
pretty
a thing.
quiet.
now.
We can joke about it now because we've known for a couple hours now, but yeah, this is all new to you.
All right. She does inform the party that over the course of the time that you were gone, a large portion of Culkin Manor had been rebuilt, and it was livable once again. So she invites the party to stay with her, just to make sure that everybody is well taken care of, that you are well rewarded.
You should invest in a panic room.
and that she could hear exactly what happened and why Ravia might have done this. In addition, she is going to double the agreed upon reward for the liberation of Ravia from the hospice. So,
There, see? Hazard pay. Sometimes it's worth getting.
each person in the group, instead of the standard 150 gold that would be spread among you, she offers a total of 300 gold to be split among the party. So that's 50 gold each.
Nice, I can get a health potion.
Yeah, see, we found one of those, but it wasn't exactly functioning properly at the time.
Did it give you the poops?
Well, no, it was very relaxing when it sublimated like that.
Yay, more money. I've got 310 gold pieces.
Alright, so here we go. The spellcasters of the group, pay attention. Because of your assistance with helping Zora Culkin, she is going to do something very good for you.
Oh.
If your character is an arcane spellcaster, Zora Culkin has offered to sponsor your admittance into the Brotherhood of the Cloak.
No, thank you, but no.
Though joining the Cloaks is mandatory for any arcanist seeking to stay in Mulmister for an extended period of time, and sponsorship is not required, Zora Culkin's sponsorship will definitely have its perks.
I don't see why not. I mean, I would get a lot better with my magic, right? Which means I can make more friends.
That's very true.
The only problem is you making friends means reanimating the dead, and most people don't like that.
How is
honestly,
that a problem,
in this city, it's not
though?
going to be an issue overly much. I mean, it's mostly.
Their loved ones again.
I just don't see how that's a problem. Those are the best friends to have.
Alright, for those spellcasters that wish to actually become part of the Brotherhood of the Cloak, matter of fact, nobody knows that you have actually used that spell except for the party, Zale. So you can continue to act upon the fact that you're a rogue and not a magic user.
I say, I've got this little knife thing that if I point it at somebody, it shoots at them. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's not your own magic. It's a device.
Yeah,
Shinzi?
exactly.
Shinzi, somewhere in the notes of your character sheet, I would like you to put Brotherhood of the Cloak Initiate. And under that, put sponsor Zora Culkin.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So, Brotherhood of the Cloak?
Yes.
Of note, with this, you will be able to cast publicly now.
Yes.
However, it will require certain obligations from you on occasion. In all likelihood.
Yeah, that may come to light later on in further adventures, but with sponsorship into Brotherhood of the Cloak, you are able to practice magic openly.
Mechanically, you will be able to call upon a few favors from them now and again as well, like if you need a particular spell cast.
Yep. All right, Nim, this is for you. Your stick that you found. This is actually a staff of charming.
Oh God.
Oh no.
The staff is fashioned from a piece of pale white wood and is capped with a falcon made of silver. You can further find this information in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Did you chew on it?
A bit.
He may have slobbered on it as well.
It does have teeth marks. It does now have teeth marks.
Just a bit.
Can we disenchant this, please? Can you just remove the enchantment but keep it as a nice stick? Because I don't I don't trust him with the staff of
I want to use it on Tayto.
And, you just validated my distrust immediately after saying it.
Oh god.
Alright, let's see what else I can give out here.
You could level us up.
Well, that depends on how far you are along right now.
Not
you
quite.
You're still about 800 points away from leveling up.
As we get further into the adventure pack, we will gain more experience, so it will balance out.
Okay.
But right now we are on a bit of a slow track because of how many PCs we have.
Yeah, there's 6 party members. I mean, going forward, I can go ahead and increase.
No,
Increase the
because we
encounters
have
in
more
difficulty
people.
Based on, yeah,
Okay, yeah, maybe.
There's something in the adventure modules that actually allow you to take out smaller monsters at a lesser amount of larger monsters, and increases the overall difficulty of the encounter. But it also awards more experience points. So I'm probably going to start doing that.
That would work. Because we're kind of... Most of these encounters...
Yeah. Well, I just kind of wanted to get a feel for how this was going to play out in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I know that, I could go ahead and proceed forward with that in mind.
Nim is going to turn to Shenzi. I know you're just a lowly hyena necromancer, but I, the noblest of wolves, have become quite fond of you. Those knives were the best gift, and I take that to mean you care for me, do you not? How couldn't you? I'm a fabulous chef. But this dungeon brings to light that I have not yet achieved. Please, be my player too.
Oh my god. The entire party puts on wading boots because the crap's getting awful high.
Will you be my forever admirer to tell me how glorious I am for the rest of eternity? To raise me from the dead should I fall?
Okay, yes, you're a good boy.
Tayto offers a head pat.
Good boy, good boy.
Does this mean that you want to be my friend forever?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Nobody's wanted to be my friend for that long. I jump on Zim and of course I'll be your friend forever. You cook good.
Do you know the easiest way to make sure that Nim remains your friend forever?
You just tell him that he's a pretty wolf?
Murder him.
I mean, that sounds like the exact opposite thing you should do.
Rika.
She's a necromancer.
Yeah, but is it even Zim at that point when reanimated?
Of course it is.
Can be, yeah.
It's just a new, improved Zim.
A new and improved Zim that Shinzi can control at will.
And also can't die unless she dies.
A Nim puppet, if you will.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Might as well shove her entire hand into Nim's butt. All the way down to...
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
like a puppet.
And that's where you lost me.
I'm gonna ask Zara? Was that her name?
Zora.
Zora Culkin. Zora is the title.
Can we use the manor for our wedding?
Oh god.
Oh my, a wedding, you say?
Yes.
I don't suppose that that would be much of a bother, but the manor is in no such shape to actually cater to such a large event.
Well, it doesn't need to be super pretty. He's just gonna be my friend forever and ever and ever and ever.
I suppose the gazebo in the back is as good a place as any.
You don't have to.
Hey, Kiro, you pick up that spell that I told you to?
Wait, what? Speak quickly or the house is coming down in your head.
Mm.
You think I'm kidding.
Already almost did that.
There is a new spell that was added to Xanathar's guide for clerics and paladins, but it doesn't make sense for me to,
Did it make them... does it allow you to become a priest?
It is called Ceremony.
Oh my god!
Oh,
You
that
could
one.
do multiple things, including a wedding. You touch adults willing to be bonded together in marriage. For the next 7 days, each target gains a +2 bonus to AC while they are within 30 feet of each other. A creature can benefit from this right again only if widowed.
This sounds terrible. This sounds more like a wedding of convenience. I don't know if I can condone this.
I don't think any god would give their blessing to this wedding.
Did you
Yeah,
did
there
you
are
hear
also
his
legal
proposal?
concerns.
I would.
I am God. I give my blessing to it.
God at present.
Objectively incorrect, but okay.
He's humble too.
Did you hear that proposal? Of course I am.
Dog, not God. You're God spelled backwards.
I am a wolf, thank you.
Mm.
Now I'm going to use my stick of charming on Tayto to make him be my best man.
Oh god.
That's awesome!
How many charges does this stick have?
It's just a staff of charming. That's all it does.
Yeah, but how many charges does it have? How many uses
Congrats. No
can you get out of
I
it?
don't know.
Okay.
No, Shenzi doesn't.
We will find out in just a moment.
Shenzi
When
doesn't.
it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide, you said?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm your best man now.
Can't die again.
Yes,
I mean, you could have just asked me and I would have said okay, but
Okay, well then I will ask.
You realize with the 7-day AC bonus, this next module's not going to start for 2 weeks.
okay.
We're
but
not
will
doing
there
it for
be
the
snacks?
AC bonus.
Just making sure.
Will there be snacks?
Yes, of course.
always.
There was a wedding and ravioli.
Oh yeah, we need to have ravioli.
We will have
At this
ravioli.
Okay, good. Fried ravioli.
Oh,
Has to be fried.
Fried
It's
Joe,
already
I'd
fried.
Well, good news for you, Tayto.
marrow.
I got some good news for you, Tayto.
What?
The staff must be attuned by a bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard.
So in the hands
Well, I'm not doing it,
of
no.
Nim, it's just a nice chew toy.
In the hands of Nim, he can bludgeon for 1d6 damage. Or 1d8 if he uses it 2-pod.
fine. I shall give it to Shenzi as our wedding gift.
No, that's
Aww.
fine. People automatically. So, yeah.
Shenzi, congratulations. You now have a staff of charming.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This
That will be very
You,
cool, considering you're.
Never mind. I would like to make a request. One
What?
attuned to a necromancer like Shenzi of such raw power as she has shown today, or yesterday, depending on when the timeline it happened. Instead of being charm person, it becomes charm undead.
well, we shall find out.
We shall find out.
Or
Why not,
better
though?
yet, like just like charm vampire, and it's like nobody even knew it.
There.
Alright, staff of charming.
No,
Once
stick
attuned-
of charming.
Yeah, stick of charming. I apologize. Once properly attuned, Shinzi, you now have access to the spells Charm Person, Command, and Comprehend Languages.
Comprehend languages?
Yes.
And where-
while you're
where do
holding
I
the
put that?
staff, you can use an action to expend one of its 10 charges to cast Charm Person, Command, or Comprehend Languages from it, using your spell save as the DC.
Okay, where would I put all of this information?
Considering that it's an
It's
item
in-
from the Dungeon Master's Guide, when you go into your character sheet, if you click the little red dragon head next to Stick of Charming, it'll pop up a little window that lets you see all it can do.
Oh, awesome!
And it gives you
also-
links to the spells.
Also, the staff regains 1d8 plus 2 charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20 on a 1, the staff becomes a non-magical quarterstaff. So be very
Ooh.
careful.
Okay.
Cool that it recharges.
Yes.
That makes it
some
very valuable.
background here. A couple nights ago, my brother asked me what I wanted for my birthday and Christmas, and
Was it a stick?
no, I told him I wanted a sound system, and he's like, "Okay, go pick one out." So I go to Amazon and I find this Bose 5.1 system for $4,000.
Your brother then responds by sending you a photo of himself wearing dark sunglasses indoors, flipping you the bird.
No, he responded saying, "I promise I will get you it as a wedding gift for your marriage to a wife."
What about this thing?
I responded immediately by going to Facebook and messaging Shenzi, and I'm like, "We need to get married. I want a sound system." And her response, of course, was, "Let's do it." And so now we've been married, so now he owes me a $4,000 sound system.
Well, we haven't done the ceremony yet.
Oh yeah, Kiero, cast a spell.
Oh yeah, I
And
told Colby about it, and he
if
just
your brother
laughed.
doesn't pay up, you're gonna take him on Judge Judy, right?
Yes.
I told Zim that, you know, when we inevitably get divorced, he can't use my infidelity as a reason to take all my shit, because I'm telling him now beforehand I'm still gonna sleep with Colby.
The ceremony spell from Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
It would only cost you 25 gold pieces worth of silver.
Oh, does it have a material cost?
It does have a material cost.
I will reimburse
is-
you.
Actually really low considering one of the spells is atonement. I had it
Go
up
to
a moment ago.
modules, and then you can load the DD Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Only records which you own can be shared.
Yeah. You have to add it on your character sheet, and then he still wouldn't be able to see it, because...
Well, I could have gone the ritual route for my warlock, but it just doesn't fit Zale, so I can't actually do ritual spells.
So anyways, next up, we're having a wedding.
Well, they're cavorting for the
Really?
wedding.
Really? Is this
I don't
wedding
remember
really
if
happening?
Yes!
anybody recalls, but we picked up some gemstones last time, and Zale promised to get them sold.
Yes, the gemstones are worth 50 gold pieces in total.
All right, split that amongst the party. Should be the.
I'd rather have the gems.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like them.
Yeah, me too.
They're pretty.
Very
fine.
pretty.
I'll keep the gems. Should we find a way to apportion them? How many were there? I didn't have notes for that.
I don't know how
Um,
many there were either.
It didn't tell me either, it just said that the total cost of the gems was 50 gold pieces.
How about we just give everybody a gem worth 12 gold pieces then? Your choice of color.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll
Throw that
take
into
one
your
that's-
items list.
I'll take one that's blue. I like blue.
Piece of topaz. No, not topaz is not blue. Where's my belt pouch?
You can, after you add it to your
Yes, the bolt of
inventory,
Hussein.
you can click the dragon head and put in the cost of it, so for future reference. Okay, so we're using the gazebo. Let's get some catering and stuff set up. Rika!
Who's going to perform the ceremony?
Oh,
Hero!
well, I'm thinking about inventory. I did recover my bell.
Okay, Kira, in the library, click modules at the bottom left. Then find DD Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Xanathar has an X. And then click the load button. Let me know if you're with me. Alright. Now, go ahead and close the data module activation button. Then under supplement, click DD Xanathar's Guide to Everything Players. Then you will click spells. Then cleric. And there it is under level 1 spells.
Do Tayto and Kiera get anything from Zora either?
They got the 50 gold.
Technically, the stick didn't come from her.
No.
Yeah.
Stick and journal are found in the exploded chest.
To be fair, it was not originally exploding. Shinzi made it exploding.
Yes.
I had 12 feather pillows, right?
Yes.
And they are set up on the wagon. Though there is a bonus part to the marriage, you know. So,
Damn. PG-13.
well, yeah.
I'm not sure how that would even work.
So, how much does catering and stuff cost? Because, I mean, we gotta make it at least somewhat nice.
It's going to be taken
All
care
of your
of by
money.
the Culkin estate.
Cool! Now, they're gonna make sure we've got ravioli, right? Rika?
You're going to have to explain exactly what that is.
I explained.
But yes, they can make it.
I explain. Like, you don't even give a real explanation.
I will be right back.
We're about to get married and you leave?
I gotta go put on my dress. Get over it.
Nah.
So, new side quest, find the missing bride.
Runaway bride!
Kiero's game crashed. He'll be back shortly. I gotta hop off for like 5 minutes because I have to pee.
We'll go ahead and take a break then.
Continue to talk about yourself.
We'll go ahead and take a break for 10 to 15 minutes, guys. Mark yourselves AFK if you're going AFK. Alright. Guess what? Enjoy. Okay, we're only waiting on Rika.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you ready?
Yeah?
Okay! Thank you for sticking with us, everybody. Let's go ahead and get going.
Whew! Okay, so there is a wedding in the works. Apparently between Nemotar and Shinzi Bonechomp.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to figure out if she's taking my name or not. Would you prefer to hyphenate,
Oh, no.
Shenzi?
What?
No, we've got to keep Bone Chomp. That's classic. And she's already got a middle name. Shenzi, I like dead people, Bone Chomp.
Well, to be fair, Nemotar is a name in and of itself. It's not a first name, last name.
This is true.
Yeah.
What?
So you
What
get
is
to
your
take her
last
name.
name?
So she takes on your last name and adds an extra space between Shenzi and Bone Chomp.
No, in this case, Nem gets to take on her name, so he will now be Nemotar Bonechomp.
Well, I feel like that's really appropriate for him.
Works for me.
Right?
That does work much better, yes.
Okay, I gotta find something right quick.
I have a happy kitty. I gave her some ham. She's a very happy kitty.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, Nim, how do you erase everything from the combat tracker?
Right-click the menu, delete from tracker, non-friendly or foes.
Okay, okay. All right. So the entire ceremony is going very well. Shinzi looks amazing in her black lace dress. Being a necromancer, she of course opted for a black dress instead of a white dress.
She said that she was staying in her normal garb.
Oh, okay, that works too.
And Tayto just looks really confused the entire time.
I'm sorry, I was using the restroom. It's still that face from the JPEG.
It's still the face from the image, because he has absolutely no idea what's going on or why any of this is happening.
No, I couldn't charm you because I can't use the stick. So you're doing this of your own free will.
I mean,
I
I'm
was gonna say,
going to do
you're
it.
still his best man, right?
I'm going to do it, but I'm not sure why I'm doing it beyond for snack.
Hey Zale, you should be Shenzi's
I was totally getting to that. Zale,
slight issue with that.
I think you're really, really, and you play with death, and I like dead things. So, would you be my cat of honor?
Thank you for not saying maid of honor. I believe that Zale will honor the occasion by dressing up as the Grim Reaper with the crow rook on his shoulder. In fact, no, we'll use disguise self. He'll appear skeletal and everything.
No, but your mom's picking up biscuits.
What about biscuits?
I'm trying to get married here.
I'm trying to think about. Okay.
All right, so
I do need to reaffirm once more. We do have ravioli, right?
yes, there is ravioli.
Ravioli. You also so
You okay there, Kiera?
ravioli. Your meat.
What? Did Kiro just kind of explode?
Yes, I am fantastic. All right. So the entire ceremony goes off without. Well, I would say without a hitch, but that's kind of the purpose of it. Kiro, though voiceless, manages to lead a beautiful ceremony. Vows are exchanged, rice is thrown, and as the procession begins to wind down, the doors to Culkin Manor swing open, and servants begin bringing out hot trays of food. Yes, there are raviolis made to the specifications of Nemotar.
Yay!
So eat those at your own discretion. Once everybody is seated, and begins eating, a group of about 6 servants exits the house with a 6-tiered cake and brings it out to the wedding pavilion. They place it at the end of the table and seem to make a rather hasty retreat back towards the house.
Hasty retreat.
From where the cake stands, there is a low and the cake stands up on its tray.
Oh my god, it's a reanimated cake.
Oh.
I shrink it. I shrink it. I freak out and I shrink it.
Elysian is just scared of it.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, it beat your save.
Oh.
Roll initiative, folks.
Woo!
Fighting
You're
a cake.
facing down a cake golem.
We're fighting a cake.
Zale's just like, what the hell? I was not prepared.
I'm not touching this.
Oh
no.
my god!
Meanwhile, Nim just leaps up on the table in his little bow tie. Cake!
I'm gonna pass on initiative. I'm just gonna let Nim do his thing. I am unneeded for this. This puts cutting into the cake into a whole new perspective.
Hey Shenzi, don't forget to add your +2 to AC.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah!
Click the magnifying glass on the main tab next to the armor class, and then 2 in the miscellaneous.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't plan this, but I like it. Finally,
No, this is all me.
an enemy that I could eat without everybody freaking out.
Yes, all will fear the cake golem. As the servants continue, or what really are not servants, continue to retreat, you can hear one of them yell over their shoulder, "Consider this a present from Imix!"
Aw, he gave us a wedding gift!
Woohoo!
Tell them we said thank you. And let's get everybody in the room to say thank you, Imix, and they're like all waving.
We would have had a long
they're so
rest
happy.
since all of this, wouldn't we?
Yes, you have had a long rest.
Zale, with I have no tongue.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
There. Damn it! My bad.
What did you do?
I might have.
Nim! Everybody gets to re-roll initiative.
No, we can
Oh
put it
God.
in. Shenzi, Elysian didn't roll.
I'm fine with rerolling.
Good thing I didn't roll.
Hero had. There it is.
Oh,
6.
see, now my initiative's worse.
Oh no, I
What was
just
your
put yours in because we We can manually add it. And
Okay.
I don't know what the cake golem was at.
It was at an 8. I remember that. Because I was like, God dang it, that's a little low. And then I just put Tayto at 1 because he was like, I'm not even going to bother rolling.
Yeah, he wants nothing to do with this. You just eat your cake.
Hey,
I don't
that
even
means
like
more
cake.
experience for the rest of us.
Technically, this is true.
What?
Well, if you're not going to
participate in the
participate...
combat, then you don't get experience for it.
Damn it! I want experience. I get my. I'm not even. I mean, I guess since I'm the best man, I have my sword. So there's that. Time to cut into the cake.
Also, Shinzi,
You know,
uh,
best man.
the cake golem has a special ability called Immutable Form. It's immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. So it can't be shrunk.
That would alter its form. Okay. Well, I want to charm it into dancing with us.
Yeah.
Most golems are
this-
constructs and
fine.
unable to be charmed.
Yeah, this is a construct.
Oh.
Just cut into it
Okay.
and bite into it. Whatever.
There are often abilities that allow you to charm a construct, but I
How
don't know
can
if we
a
have any.
cake golem hurt us?
So, am I at least able to just hit it with regular magic spells?
Yes.
Probably
Okay.
the same way a calzone golem can hurt us.
I was considering saying that.
Calzones are a lot hotter than cake. That cheese will melt your face off.
This is true.
The fuck did I do with my phone?
I enjoy sending new players again on that adventure.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
the
we
cake
very
golem adventure?
specifically recalled.
No, calzone golem.
Oh.
With a fire poker that likes to violate people.
Oh no, it wasn't the fire poker that violated people, it was the
Wait, I
corpse and the
remember
curtains.
fighting that thing!
The fire poker mutilated.
Yes. Yes, and mutilated.
Alright, so, at the top of the order, Nim, you are first. The cake golem waves its arms cakily and smacks into the table, crushing it, sending ravioli flying everywhere.
Not the ravioli!
Not the gumdrop buttons!
Fine! Bonus action! I will cast Wrathful Smite. I think that's how that works. Yes. Charge and bite!
No!
Any allies within 5 feet?
No, it was about 20 feet away.
Oh. What's worth a shot? Aw, thank you for cheering for the lost ravioli.
Yes. You know what? That is 100 bits is considered a donation.
Yes, it is.
Ethereal influence goes off. For 100 bits, you can go ahead and influence this encounter by a slight margin. What small thing would you have happen, Lady Divine Knight?
Are you gonna bring us back the ravioli? Ravioli golem versus cake golem!
It is too big of a influence for 100 bits, unfortunately.
Oh. Was worth a shot. Well, while she's figuring it out, chomp.
Oh.
And it must make a saving throw.
It's just small things. Just little things that you can have happen. Maybe there's something in the way. Maybe there's a convenient item nearby. Things like that. But nothing game-breaking. Oh yes, it's Lady Divine Knight. It is Divine Influence.
Yes, it is.
Alright, let's see here. Unfortunately, it did resist. The Cake Golem did resist.
What?
I'm sorry, hold on. I gotta read this. There's a lot of crap here. Moonfangs, 19. That hits. Damage, 10. Oh.
Did it resist all my damage?
Let me take a look.
What?
Damage immunities, acid, poison, psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine. So yeah, because you added psychic damage, it is immune to your assault.
It should be only immune to the,
Psychic damage, yes.
Yeah. Oh, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attack. Wait, my fangs were supposed to be magical.
Well, they're also piercing, not bludgeoning or slashing.
Well, it's non-magical. Okay, so I would have done 8 damage instead of the 2. Or 8 instead of 10.
Alright, I'll go ahead and add that in.
Now, what about the save? Did it succeed or fail?
Let's see. Save. It shows it failed. What
Cool.
happens?
It is frightened.
Frightened of being eaten. Can't imagine
let me
why.
take a look. Condition immunities. Charmed, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned.
Damn it!
Cannot be frightened.
Fine.
Hey, I'm just going by what the creature says.
So, TPK?
Elysian, your
Pretty
turn.
much.
It's your wedding and you don't even get to have any fun.
I know!
Well, I
Well,
always
he tried to add a whole bunch of extra bullcrap.
So that thing's going to get a face full of a dagger.
Elysian,
Yes. Hold on, before you do that, Elysian. Yes, you can, Lady Divine Knight. Divine intervention occurs. Bells clang. Clang, 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 clang,
What's going
clang.
on?
You
Oh,
feel an odd... everyone currently holding weapons, you feel an odd, cheesy warmth in your hand. Your weapons are now coated in ravioli. For the duration of this encounter, your weapons are considered ravioli enchanted,
What?
and they will add an additional 5 cheesiness damage.
But
Does that make
cheese on
them-
cake sounds horrible.
that makes them magical, right?
Yes, it does. Nim, instead of drool, you are now just slobbering just rivulets of mozzarella cheese.
Yes!
It's
Oh,
called Divine
God.
Intervention because she's Lady Divine Knight.
Yes.
All right, Elysian, now with your ravioli weapon, it is your turn.
He's just... Okay, I have ravioli. He'd go hit the cake golem with his now ravioli dagger. I hate raviolis now and forever.
Unfortunately, a 10 is a miss.
Yay! More cheers!
It's not funny.
So what are you gonna do for this here, Draxian?
Draxian has dropped 10. What minor thing would you like to happen, Draxian? You're right, lady. They sound so excited to be drooling cheese.
I have a catchphrase of sorts, and it is very simple. The
I forgot to
cheese
announce
makes
this.
the meal.
Server.
Doesn't matter what it is, it needs more cheese.
Just say it.
Say what?
Hang on, Drake's is typing his response.
Yeah, he's got the unique privilege of being able to, you know, speak it.
All your weapons.
You know what? For 10 bits, I will allow it. The weapons not only feel warm and gooey to the touch, but now they radiate not only the smell of an Italian buffet, but they glow with an awesome cheesy power.
Is this all just some big fever dream that we're having? I feel like that our characters are just going to wake up We didn't actually win against Ravia. She knocked us all out. Everything that we have experienced in these past 3 days have just been some hallucination.
Are you done with your turn, Elysian?
Oh, god damn it, I keep forgetting. Yes. Yes, I am.
Shinzi, it is your turn!
Come, my bride, let us kill it!
That is a hit!
Okay,
Ooh,
it's
Witch Bolt,
2d12, so let me do that twice.
Alright,
you're
is there any
casting.
bonuses to it?
It's just 1d12 lightning, or 2d12 lightning.
For future reference, if you drag off of it, you can right-click once to add another die.
Oh yeah.
Alright, as you raise your paws and cast Witch Bolt, lightning lances from the little squish beans on your toes and strikes the golem. Frosting and cake innards go flying off behind it.
Ooh. I stick my tongue out like I'm trying to catch a snowflake.
This means... This does mean that she gets to keep that on him for, like, 12 turns. Witch Bolt is a nasty spell.
What?
Yeah. Your Witch Bolt, let me pull it up for the stream to see as well.
Oh, up to 1 minute.
Of what?
On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage. I'm guessing that you cast it at... No, it's just 1d12, actually, for this first turn.
Oh, well, on mine it shows up with 2d12.
I'll have to take a look in a sec, but... Anyways, you make a ranged spell attack against the creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage. And on each of your turns for the duration, which is 1 minute or 10 rounds, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically. It doesn't...
Oh, okay, that makes sense as to why I have spots as 1d12.
Oh, yeah. The second one is for future damage. But if you use your action for anything other than casting this, you do lose your spell. So you have to use it each turn.
Okay. That makes sense.
Alright. So, the creature, the cake golem, is going to raise its arms above its head and is going to utilize its multi-attack ability. One attack is going for Elysian, one attack is going for Nim, as they are both within melee range.
I would like to use my fighting style protection to impose disadvantage on the attack roll against Elysian. I can't do it for myself, but I can do that!
Maybe.
I should change the music to combat music. Now, don't say I never help you.
With a mighty slam, the arm comes down. Elysian, you are just barely able to get out of the way.
How bad does it hurt
Thanks,
me?
It fumbles on Nim!
Woohoo!
I am going to go ahead and give this thing a fumble card.
There, combat music.
Alright, fumble deck, shuffled, cut, drawing. This is a melee attack. The creature gets knocked unbalanced, so it takes a -4 penalty on all attack rolls for the next round. Did you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
Alright.
that affects it.
Yes. Kiero, your turn.
Apparently, Kiero, you don't have any ammo left. Better roll anyways.
All right, let's see here. An 18 with the mace is a hit. Considering the now magic nature of your mace, it's actually it's five cheesy damage. So you did a total of 9 to it.
Cheese and frosting go horribly together.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
And
That's
this is
why
cheese
it's hurting it
frosting,
so
which is a little
much.
different.
That would depend on the cheese.
That is very true.
Zale, it is your turn.
So I've been looking through the lovely list of weapons here, and I can't find a scythe. Can we rule that the shrinking spell Shenzi cast rebounded upon the scythe and turned it into a sickle?
I'll go ahead and say yeah. It's a ravioli sickle.
Yes, it is.
What sounds an
So in that
awful
case,
lot
I
worse
will
than it
just-
really is.
I will just use my dagger stats for this, if you will allow.
Yep.
So, Zale in his full Grim Reaper costume, including skeletal cat face, will attempt to reap the cake golem with his cheesiness. I'm going to take advantage with Rook, which will give me sneak attack, and I'm spending my bonus action to hex it.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. In the true manner of cheese and video games, I critically hit.
Clutch!
You fucking crit.
So from the back of the room, a Stella cat wielding a ravioli sickle dashes forward and attempts to cut the cake. Would you like a critical card?
I would love a critical card, thank you.
All right.
As long as it's not Call of the Wild.
That noise you're hearing is me cutting the deck multiple times. Okay. The deck is cut. Drawing a card. Alright, and this is a dagger, you said?
Wait, it's a sickle, I'm using my dagger stats. So slashing
Okay.
damage.
Slashing damage. Alright.
Well, cheesy
oh, wow,
damage.
Okay. Cheesy damage, yes. So you're going to get an additional 5 cheese damage anyway. Alright, slashing, overhand chop. This is going to give you double damage, and the creature is going to take an additional 1d4 bleeding.
Oh, the custard inside's leaking out.
Yes, the custard.
Alright, I am adding the 5 cheese damage, assuming it works correctly.
Alright, so
Yes,
you
it
roll
did.
d4s.
And
so that's-
throwing on my sneak and hex damage as well.
Right, that's going to
Unless
max
it's
out
immune
as
to
well.
sneak.
So that's 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 12 is 28. And that's doubled, I'm taking it?
I've already doubled the base damage. That
Okay,
was the
so-
2d4. It does it automatically.
So 28, and then the cheese damage for another 5. You hit it for
Cheese
30.
damage was added already.
Okay, so a total
I did the
of
plus 5.
28 damage.
Sounds about right.
Alright.
I don't think he has any pithy one-liners for this, as he is currently lacking a tongue.
Oh god.
He will kind of rattle his teeth together, though.
Alright.
Oops, clicky the button. Doop.
I love you, little meow.
Everyone's like creamy cheesecake of cheesiness. Lady Divine Knight goes, a cheesecake!
Been waiting for that one.
And then Lady Divine Knight again, I thought you were cutting the cheese. Womp
Oh
womp.
god.
Alright, Tayto, it is your turn.
I am going. Does this thing have any arms? Did it
Yes.
grow arms?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make a called shot to the arm. And
Okay.
and try to cleave its arm off.
Once again, you need a 16 or higher on your D20.
Is that how called shots work? Or is that
That's how it
your
works for
called
me.
shots work? Okay.
A 16 or higher gives you a 40% chance to get your cold shot. I'm sorry, a 20% chance.
Only a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called? Which one? French or clad?
And it doesn't matter what I'm trying to go for either.
Oh god.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Oh look, I rolled
You got
a
it!
16. Yay!
Alright, your cold shot goes off. A 19 is a hit. Which arm are you cutting off?
Right.
Alright, go ahead, roll damage.
Whoops. I don't. What?
What the? How?
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, it's better than the 0 you rolled earlier.
I
Well,
didn't.
there's no die listed next to it.
Yeah,
It just
that's-
says 1 equals 1.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, something. I messed something up here.
1 plus 1 equals 1 on a bun.
Oh, that's what you did.
1
Hey,
plus
when
1
you-
equals 1 on a bun.
Okay, let me fix this.
Thank you.
Where do you get the +1 from?
Strength.
Okay.
Oh yeah?
So when you do this, you literally drag the die that you're going to use, or dice, into the dice box.
Okay,
You don't
so
write
that's
out
how
the
it works.
damage,
I forgot.
and it's got the stat
Oh.
there, and that's where you get the 1 from, is it was doing your strength
Little
damage.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead, re-roll your damage.
7.
Alright,
Oh.
7 plus your
Damage.
5 cheesy.
Hey, Shinzi, can you,
yeah. Plus 5 cheesy.
Alright. With that strike, the golem clutches at the stump where its right arm used to be.
And for my bonus action, I eat its thumb.
Cakey.
I believe Nim has been a bad influence on all of you.
Yay!
Which Zale would
Wait,
say,
I
by
have
the
a
way, if you
question.
can talk right now.
What flavor's the quick cake?
Yeah, what flavor was it? Come on, you gotta.
Well,
at least
given that it's taking
describe.
bleed damage, it has to be a custard-based cake. So I am going to say Boston cream pie.
It is actually a white chiffon cake
Oh,
with a custard and raspberry jam filling.
I'm gonna kick you in the shit.
I bow to your wisdom.
And it wasn't poisoned, was it?
No, it was
Hopefully.
not. It's just it was made into a golem by magical means.
Okay. I mean, good news, guys. It still tastes good.
Let them eat cake.
Let them have the cake.
All right, and I'm going to end my turn.
All right, back up to Nim. It is your turn.
Yay! I will do the thing.
No, not the thing.
The thing I do best. Cast Divine Favor and bite it. But now I've got friends within 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Woohoo! Boom!
Holy shit!
Nice.
Nice.
I would like a card.
I could do that for you.
And there's all the D4s.
Okay, hold on. You don't roll damage yet. We don't know what the card is.
Yeah, you butt.
I am innocent.
Your butt.
Lies.
I am innocent.
You are a butt.
Okay, drawing the card. And this was a munchie damage, so piercing.
Yes.
Oh god, this is wrong. Infection. It deals double damage, and the target contracts filth fever.
So nobody can eat the damn cake.
Nim just poisoned the cake.
Nim, you fucked up your own wedding.
Damn it, Nim. Why?
And you roll, what, 6 d4s on that attack?
Yeah, that was because of the crit.
Okay, so 6 times 4, that's 24. Plus the 5 is 29.
Plus the other 5.
Plus the other 5 is 34. Yeah, so 34 damage.
This thing's harder to kill than the boss in the last match.
I know, right?
It's definitely hurting. Its arm is now on the floor. The arm is still good to eat, by the way, because it was removed from the main body.
Yeah,
But the rest of the cake now has the taint of filth fever on it. I would not suggest eating it.
Hey, guess, I don't know how many of you are going to be able to get a slice, but this arm here is good.
Who wants a finger?
Who wants a finger? I already ate the thumb, but if anyone wants a finger,
I'll take a pinky.
here you go.
Just
On
nibble
my turn.
thoughtfully on a pinky.
On my turn, I'm going to give her the pinky. I'm not going to take this seriously.
Do you mind, Tayto? She is a married Shinzi now.
I mind every bit of this.
No, I disapprove. No, this is not happening.
This is a fever dream. This is happening.
Yes, it is.
No, I know.
Ravia's actually keeping us imprisoned. We lost against her, but we don't remember it.
It's your turn, Elysian.
Well, I'm not getting near that thing, but I still have my daggers only. So, I guess I'm going to use my ravioli dagger. And, people are within 5 feet of it, right? Or
Yes.
ally. Good. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
All right, an 18 does hit.
Yay. That and this.
All right, for a total of 13 cheesy damage.
Yay! Cheesy. Cheesy.
All right. Is that your turn, Elysian?
That's a lot of damage.
I
Lot of
really need to remember
damage.
to keep doing that.
What?
Hmm?
What?
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 What happened? What? What did you do, Shinzi?
We just
It
went
should
over
be.
how Witch Bolt works.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right.
she just shocked it again.
All right, it kind of jitters. It is the cake golem's turn. It's going to take a little bit of bleed damage.
The delicious ooze.
The delicious tainted ooze. It can no longer use multi-attack because it is currently missing an arm. It
Yay!
is at a -4 to attack for its turn. And it has filth fever.
Does anyone want to use Cure Disease on it so we can eat it?
Not especially.
Do
It
any
is
of
still
us
going-
have that?
It is still going to attempt to attack
I
Nim.
would ask the cleric.
And a 6 is a miss.
Yay!
Kiero, your turn.
I was about to be like, I thought I had multi-attack, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we ripped off an arm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure ripping off an arm gets in the middle of, you know, attacking.
Nicely struck with the mace.
Hero!
And with the cheesy mace of ravioli smiting, he raises it high above his head and brings it down upon the top tier of the cake. Like a hot ravioli through butter, it slides through the tiers of the cake and eventually thuds into the ground.
I love me like a hot ravioli through butter.
Oh god.
The cake folds in on itself, becoming a mass of cakey, custardy, jammy goodness on the ground. As it falls to the ground dead.
Well, I mean, no longer animate.
Yes, it is no longer animate.
And then.
Congratulations, you killed the cake.
Great!
The thing that I don't understand is why did they try and kill us with the cake? Why didn't they just poison the cake?
Yeah,
They're cultists, they're never very bright.
sure.
Don't
Well,
question
if
my
I had to
motives.
guess, so here's my theory on it. After the ritual to summon an elemental, they had a whole bunch of the materials left over, so they thought to themselves, what can we do with all of this extra crap? And they had a recipe for a cake golem, and okay, that was kind of powerful, let's send that after them.
Pretty
And
much.
that's
really
just
stupid.
a theory! A dungeon theory!
Thanks for watching. Alright, so that actually was a little encounter that I built. So you are going to get experience points for it.
I see that Zora Koken's security team is going to be
Holy
properly
crap.
restaffed after this.
Hey! That means we level up!
Look at that.
Oh, good God.
Yay!
Did you just give us 5,000 for this?
That's what the monster was worth.
Yeah, what is the challenge rating on this thing?
The challenge rating is actually like 9.
Don't ask questions. I don't want him to take that back.
Really,
I want you
Tayto?
guys all to give us thanks for the
Seriously?
cheese intervention, because that's what saved our necks.
Yes, it is, because we could not have done any damage to this thing without
Well-
that.
Eldritch Blast and spells would have chipped away at it, but it would have taken us rounds and rounds.
The cheese was pretty great.
I'll
You know, Shenzi-
bring up my character next time.
You know, Shenzi, you and I thought that Tayto was going to die from us proposing and stuff.
Yeah, and instead he died from cake.
I'm not dead though. What?
I'm not dead yet! I don't want to go on
Yeah,
the
you are.
cart!
You
Yes,
just
I'm
don't know
not
it.
dead at all.
Well,
We
right
thought you
now.
were gonna laugh yourself into heart failure.
Oh. No, it just confused the ever-loving crap out of me. Like, where did this love even come from? There's no basis for this
It's not.
relationship at all.
Did you
It's not even a
did
real
you
wedding.
did you miss my little side note?
Yes.
Shenzi being socially inept has no real understanding of romance or sexual relationships. So when it comes to marriage, the only thing she really knows is that means that these two people are going to be together forever no matter what dumb stuff happens. They always work it out and they don't abandon each other. And all she's ever wanted is a real friend.
And Nim kind of lacks some critical understanding of the concept of, marriage as well.
I mean,
He just knows that it's something that people have to do to be to go further in life.
It's a human thing that he's trying to emulate,
Yeah.
and it might get him a sound system, so there's that.
So neither of us really knows what we technically just got ourselves into. We just decided that we were going to be friends forever and ever and ever.
We're just friends.
We have decided we're going to adopt, though. We're going to go adopt my new squire now.
I don't think
Adopt
you adopt
the squire.
though.
No, we'll
We're going to
adopt
have
a son and turn him into my squire.
Or why don't you just get an actual squire?
Yeah, like...
Because Rika said no to that, so we're going a roundabout way.
Oh my god.
We will
Yeah,
But
see
he
that-
still
we will
doesn't get
see
to
if
chew
that
him up
works.
because if I'm taking care of a thing, I'm not going to let him be mean to that thing.
Yeah, there's that too.
Plus, you can always just bop him with the stick if he gets out of hand.
No, she doesn't need to bop him. She just uses it. Poof.
She doesn't know that.
Well, there's also always the reminder that should you die, no matter how you die, and I bring you back, you're my puppet. So
there's that too.
don't make me
Puppet
too
or
angry.
puppet?
I mean, I've already seen enough of Shenzi to know that I don't want to get on her bad side. At least until my full training kicks in which case I turn into a mage hunting badass.
Like friggin' Azer.
Wait, what?
That Azer saw the business end of an angry Shenzi.
And Zale.
And Zale.
By the way,
In their weird Sailor Moon, we're going to punish you full crap.
Oh, I was saying that as in the whole Lapita's floating castle spell, where they hold it up together and say the
Pretty
magic
much.
words.
Rika,
Yes.
my cooking check is to make a new cake.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, most of it's poison, so I'm gonna go bake a new one.
I contest to the full extent of your role. Because your knife set does absolutely nothing for baking.
No, but I've got cooking utensils and everything.
Not
He does.
entirely true. There are some cakes I've made that do require intervention of a knife.
Usually the ones that have fruit bits inside.
Plus, I have to
That's
cut it
not-
somehow.
This is true.
Yeah, but you don't need to
Presentation
cook-
is a major factor. So consider, if
Just
it's a layered
leave the
cake.
cutting to
He
Zale
needs-
and his fucking nat 20
No.
scythe.
If it's a layered cake, you do need to cut the layers, so you need a knife of some kind.
Yeah,
Can
but you
I,
don't need it to cook it.
am I allowed to say the phrase chopped nuts without breaking the rating?
Maybe not.
I don't know, that
People
depends
use
on
balls.
YouTube's AI.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Alright, anyway, that is the end of the first book in the Elemental Evil set. I do hope you guys enjoyed it so far. I'm having an absolute blast running it.
Wait, that's the campaign we're running?
Mhm.
Maybe.
You know, I
Ma'am,
could
you
have
have to
just
change your
bought
last
a...
name now.
I could have bought the book and saved you a lot of work, because it's available on Fantasy Grounds.
That would make it a heck of a lot easier.
Well,
Wah,
as soon as I get money, I can do that, but that's beside the
Well,
point.
yeah, now you see the issue.
We'll talk about that after the stream.
Nim, you need to change your last name.
Yes,
Yes!
yes. I am now Nimotar Bonechunk. Done.
There you go. Alright, so, over the course of this particular leg of the campaign, you saved someone from what you believed certain death. You fell into the good graces of Zora Culkin, one of the ruling family of Mulemaster.
Technically, I
safety-
saved Zora Koken a certain death.
Don't pat yourself on the back too hard there, Chief.
I'm patting. You can hear it.
The group managed to save her house from being destroyed. They managed to topple a cult, well, at least this particular branch of the cult, and uncover a conspiracy to release Imix, or at least some of his ilk, into the world at large. What's going to happen further on in the quest? Well, that's yet to be seen. But for what we do know, I want to say, quote unquote, love is in the air. As Shinzi and Nim have consummated their friendship. in holy friendemony.
Friendemony.
The party got to beat down on a delicious yet dangerous cake. And all in all, I feel a good time was had by all.
Yes.
All right.
This was a good round.
Yes, it was. Well, thank you everybody very much for joining us this evening. Hopefully hopefully my YouTube account will be restored soon so I can get it uploaded there. But anyways, thank you all again for joining. Hit that follow button here on Twitch. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Consider hitting the subscribe button here on Twitch if you have the ability there.
Don't consider any of that.
Gee, thanks.
The next event will see a distinct lack of Tayto as he will be in...
Her accent of laughter.
He'll be laughing too hard and we'll...
And
key.
a distinct lack of Tayto, and Nim may have a brand new soup recipe, so...
Oh my god.
I like this.
Prism to... The gasp cat. Lady Divine Knight. Holy cow, Tayto!
Alright. Well, again, thank you very much for joining, and I will see you all. I will be streaming tomorrow. Haven't decided what yet. Probably going to start Baldur's Gate 2. Otherwise, see you all next time.
Remember, Fists of Furry is going to be picking up after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So keep that in mind, and keep an eye on your emails for when we go live.
Next week, we will actually be, I will be DMing next week for a little thing I call Zim's Playground. Good night, everybody.
Also, if you need bits, use the free bit option. I'd love to have your biddies hit my face.
Wow. Just wow.
Bye!